Polling stations closed an hour ago in the most hotly contested district council election since the handover. The latest figures show more than 1.3 million eligible voters cast their ballots today. That's a turnout rate of 43.6%, slightly higher than the corresponding figure during the last district council election in 2011. Of the 18 districts across Hong Kong, Tsuen Wan has so far recorded the highest turnout rate at 47% and Tuen Mun the lowest at 38.5%. Now with the polling station closed, vote counting is underway. Most results are expected within the next few hours. Meanwhile, the Electoral Affairs Commission has received more than 1,700 election-related complaints. Most of them were about campaign advertisements. The government has planned to improve voter registration and validation procedures. Winnie Wong with more.
The Electoral Affairs Commission chairman was out and about inspecting polling stations today. He clarified the situation over complaints from candidates in Wah Fu North that 4 new eligible voters popped up on the roll at the last minute.
There have been error in entering the address into the system, and it has been discovered that some of the addresses entered in the final register has been incorrect.
He said relevant laws were invoked to correct the errors, and these eligible voters were finally put back in their correct constituency. Meanwhile, the government also addressed concerns over voter fraud and the validation of eligible voters after some individuals found their registration details had been changed without their consent or knowledge.
In those areas, the government is considering a list of measures to improve the situation. And shortly, this bureau will be putting out a range of proposals for the public, for the general public, to give us further comments.
Tam said he hopes to discuss these measures with lawmakers by the end of the year. He was among the city's top officials who voted this morning. Chief Executive Leung Chun-ying and his wife cast their ballots at Raimondi College in mid-levels, while Chief Secretary for Administration Carrie Lam voted on the Peak. They called on members of the public to carry out their civic duty and chip in to make their communities a better place to live. Winnie Wong, TVB News.
Chief Executive Leung Chun-ying is visiting a vote counting station in Shau Kei Wan. He's accompanied by Secretary for Constitutional and Mainland Affairs Raymond Tam and Electoral Affairs Commission Chairman Barnabas Fong.